about sports, play
Bullshit.
some video games. Yeah, it's nothing productive, and it's like when we link up, it's like, yo, like, how can we make like $1 million this month? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the conversations majority of the time. Obviously, we're gonna still talk about sports. We're gonna still, you know, BS from time to time, you know. But it's still like we know where we want to be.
This is the Leo Climaco Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Leo Climaco Podcast. Today's podcast is going to be a bit unconventional. We have a total of 5 guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Let's start with you, sir. What is your name?
My name is Kyle Christopher.
Ruben Murillo.
Eddie Brazil.
DP.
Manny Willock.
These are a group of friends who decided to unite, come together, and combine their intelligence and their resources and elevate and grow and evolve as a group, as men leading the path in each of their individual businesses. Let's get to know a little bit more about them. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
How are you?
Good,
Appreciate you
man.
having us, man.
Appreciate you
Facts.
guys being here, man. I think it's awesome what you guys do. I think more guys should study this and model this and execute this plan because, you know, you guys are combining intelligence, resources. You all can learn from each other and grow together. I think it's a beautiful thing.
For sure.
How old are you guys?
I'm 27.
27.
I'm 25.
26.
So all y'all are under 30.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Sir.
No kids.
No.
Look at that. Incredible. What do you do?
So me, the main thing I do, I guess I do a lot of different things, but one of the main focuses that I have right now is more so like consulting. I pretty much just help entrepreneurs take their business from, you know, point A to point Z, really. So if you're somebody who is just starting their business, if you're somebody who's at the midpoint, if you're somebody who's just looking to expand, pretty much whatever you need, strategy, operations, just anything along those lines, I'm pretty much the guy for it.
Very cool. Let's go down the line.
So I have a marketing agency. I had it for like 7+ years. I help online coaches, you know, build their offers, make money online. And then I'm also a sports agent. So looking to get more bigger in that field because that's like my dream right there. So just strictly marketing. I love helping people grow online.
What's your sport?
Football, basketball is like what my focus I want to do.
Good luck. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Facts. I'm pretty much all around tax advisory. So I handle like personal taxes, business taxes, things like that. And then we also offer other services as well to
You're probably the most important guy here.
Yeah.
The tax man.
Yeah. So that's what I do now.
And then I own a capital assistance program, so I specialize in helping businesses get access to capital.
Super important too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my main 2 things is property management, consulting, mainly focused on real estate, specifically the short-term rental business area, Airbnb, student housing, stuff like that. And then I co-own a pest control company in New York City.
That's awesome. How'd you guys decide to live together? How'd that come to be?
We lived together before in the past, but I guess it all
I'm guessing college.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
college.
Yeah, college.
we all met through football.
Facts.
So we all
Isn't that a
came-
beautiful thing?
Yeah.
How sports bring guys together. It's
Yeah,
so
for
cool.
It's weird because we all went to school like different times. Like when I got to school, he already stopped going to school, and he already stopped going to school. So it was kind of just like putting the pieces together. Yeah.
Yeah, but we all went to the same college though, and then it just, you know, that's how it
So happened to connect with each other.
What college?
Southern Connecticut State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Yep.
When'd you guys come down here?
Well, I came down here 2 years ago. Kai was the first one down here.
Yeah, I came down in February of 2019.
Okay, a while ago.
Yeah, so it's been a little while.
What made you come down?
Football wasn't working out, you know. I got that school didn't work out for me. I got to another school, that didn't work out for me. And I was just like, I'm gonna just go all in on the business I was doing at that time. Made some money, stacked up, and just decided to start fresh and do the whole Brickle thing. You know?
Got you.
Brickle, start fresh and do that, and that was pretty cool.
So then you called him and said, hey, come to Miami.
They were already coming down here, so they were, getting that.
We were here
experience.
more than we were in
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Especially during COVID, when my classes went online, I was here for months at a time.
Yeah.
Fire.
So that was like our first vibe of being together in
Yeah.
Miami.
Miami
Long
was-
periods of time.
Miami was always like a second home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time we came out here, there was something that we used to call the Miami effect.
Yeah.
Our businesses used to just go crazy when we
every
came out
time
here.
we got here, the business just took off.
Isn't that wild? Like,
Yeah.
you think it'd be the opposite because you come here, party, spend money. Now you're here actually making more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's the Miami effect.
Yeah, we kind of fell in love with that effect, so we started coming here more often. And then, doing marketing for so many coaches, I got an opportunity to build a company out here. So I just made the move, and then, it all trickles down to everybody else saying, like, hey, we all going to be in the same spot.
What would you attribute the Miami effect to? What do you think it is?
I feel like it's just people see you leveling up and they kind of want to be a part of that story. So they kind of want to tap in a little bit more with like what you're doing.
We've talked about this. I think another thing is it's heavy when it's winter in the Northeast, and they see that like in the house, the snow is cold. They feel like I'm stuck. I need to get out of this.
Right.
This is my job. This, that. So the things we do become more intriguing. I feel like because of the environment that most people are in certain times of the year.
It's that seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Some people will hate it too. Like they'll see you living life and they're like,
Oh, I know. All my friends are in New York,
Uh-huh.
and they see me here in Florida hanging out, t-shirt, going to the beach. Like,
Yeah.
damn, bro.
Yeah, word for it.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's like the vibes that Miami bring. The boats, the clubs, the restaurants,
sun.
the sun.
It's a
Yeah,
huge.
People vacation.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think even if you want to go deeper, you think less when you're here because of the vibe. So people can see that online. Me being in marketing,
Yeah.
we all kind of studied how to market being here. So it turned to that Miami effect because people were like, damn, they're posting as if, they're living a good life. And
Right.
we were doing the actual things, so it
Yeah.
attracted people more.
And to even piggyback off of what DP was saying, I think that when you change your environment, it personally just inspires you more. Like, you just take
Very
more
true.
action. Every single time that we came out here, especially like Brickell, for example, when Kai had like the house in the SLS and things like that, just being there in that environment every day, like waking up, seeing seeing the views, seeing everything. Like me personally, at least, it put me in that mindset of like, all right, I got to get up and I got to get it every single day and I got to go super hard. And things that I wouldn't even do back home, I'm like, I'm just going to do here.
yeah.
Facts.
So I think it was is that switch in mindset, that change in environment that makes you have that mental switch.
It
And it's
allows
like,
you to
okay,
be a new person, right? Kind
exactly,
of.
yeah, exactly.
It's like a fresh start.
How do you guys stay locked in? You guys are young. You make money. How do you not fuck it up? How do you not spend all your money on strippers? How do you not, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, how do you stay locked in? How do you not allow drugs to affect you? How do you navigate this world being so young and having all this money?
I would say like we're all kind of just a little different. Like I like to go out and have fun, but like when I say I want to go out and I want everybody to go out, he says he doesn't want to go out. He says he doesn't want to go out. So they kind of keep us grounded because it's like if I was by myself, I'll go out. But the fact that they don't want to go, it's just like maybe I should just stay in the house and work too.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
And
Majority rules.
me, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. Like some days I want to go out, some days I'm like, I would just want to stay in. So I feel like that works too, like keeping everybody grounded.
And I'm more like the manager of the group. So I'm like, if it makes sense, yes, let's do it.
You're the voice of reason.
Yeah. They call me management. So I'm like, like if it's the right time, we'll do it. But
I like that.
that's kind of what we are as a group. We have like a funny name, like the GRUMPS.
The
because we're-
Grumps.
Yeah, that's like our name.
Got
It
it.
comes from our personality because we always have a problem with something. So
We're grumpy all the
people-
time.
Yeah.
Works, though. We make it work. Though.
It stands for something, though. It stands for something. Greatness rises under massive pressure. So, but yeah, I mean, I think basically what everybody said. I think it's just the goals that we have set. Like we
Yeah.
all know that even though we've had a lot of success at where we're at, I just feel as though everybody wants to go even further. And we understand that, if you're spending all your money, if you're not investing your money, if you're just going to the strip club, if you're just having fun like everybody else is, you're going to end up getting the same results as everybody else. Like, we know that there's people that have made millions of dollars and, like, blew it.
Exactly.
Just being stupid,
Oh, yeah.
Like, so I think that's really what it comes down to, too. Just having that understanding of, like, yeah, you can have fun, but, like, that comes after the work. That comes after the money is made. That comes, like, after. that's just a byproduct of you working hard and handling what you got to handle.
I'll touch on that. I had one more thing, just because it's a lot of it. But like I said, being here since 2019, I've seen those waves of entrepreneurs come to Miami.
Yeah.
And Miami gets them out of here real quick if you don't make the right decisions. You can booby trap every weekend, you popping bottles.
That's a
I've
good
seen
point. You
every
can't afford
year.
it, right?
Yeah.
Eventually it
It's
gets
not
expensive,
sustainable.
right?
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sustainable. So it's like, I've seen it since 2019. I've seen when everybody came here during COVID because everybody was getting a little bit more money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw everybody had to start going to Atlanta. They had to start going to Houston because Miami's a different ballgame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you kind of learn too, like me when I first came here, partying more, going out more. You see it. You see it in your bank account. You're like, damn, I know I have to spend $5,000 this weekend.
Yeah.
You realize that's not sustainable if you have a certain goal. So you learn quick, and if you don't learn quick, Miami will humble you and show you that you should have made better choices. So.
Not only that, but then you spend like 5-6 grand. And you're like, fuck, I just spent 5-6 grand on what?
Right.
Yeah.
Where did that money go?
Exactly.
On alcohol? On a table? Where the fuck did it go?
We always have a joke where it's like when we want to do something, like let's say we want to go to the club or something, one of them will be like, put it in crypto, bro. Like,
Yeah, I always say that, like,
That's
yo, put it in
smart.
crypto, bro.
When crypto or whatever booms next week, like, that bottle would have been worth 4 times more.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you start contemplating and you start having regretful feelings.
yeah,
Man, you guys are really good for one another.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys have girlfriends?
I got a girlfriend.
I don't.
So most of y'all single.
Yeah. That's why this worked out perfectly.
I was gonna say because no, because I think women could fuck this up.
For sure.
Yeah, like the wrong energy comes in the
sure.
midst of this could really
Yeah.
mess us up.
For sure.
And I think you guys are aware of that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has like an understanding, when it just comes to like women, relationships, things like that. And even for anybody that is talking to somebody or is pursuing relationships and things like that, it's just having that balance,
Right.
not letting that, take over.
Right.
Yeah.
And we check each other too.
Yeah.
And in order for you to get someone to be your girl, they gotta pass the whole group first.
It's gotta be manager approved.
Facts.
It helps us stay regulated and
100%.
on top of each other.
What keeps you grounded, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
I think about my whys, my mom. I grew up, with a single mom. We also support with my dad, but I always wanted more from my mom. So I just remind myself how I grew up, and it just keeps me going every day, keeps me grounded. And then them too, just being around them. Coming from sports,
Yeah.
we have like friendly competitions every day. So like if Eli's on the phone and he's closing a deal, I'm just thinking like, damn, I didn't even close a deal today. And so we kind of egg each other on
Right.
to stay grounded and stay focused.
That's powerful. Having that. Were you gonna say something?
No.
I think it's really powerful having that because you're sharpening one another.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys weren't living together, you wouldn't have heard that conversation. And that wouldn't have motivated you. Damn, let me go get a sale. What if you
Yeah.
got on the phone that day, made 2 phone calls and got a sale? Because he motivated you. That's powerful, man.
Yeah.
Proximity.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's been like that for what, 6,
That's
7
what I was
years
gonna
now?
say,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Longer, but business-wise, like 7 years now. 6
Yeah.
years.
I think one of my favorite quotes is like, you're the average of the people you're around. A lot of people don't realize that you could be around, you got certain groups of friends, and like a lot of groups of friends, especially males, like when they link up, all they do is like just smoke or,
Play the
talk
game.
about sports,
Yeah.
play
Bullshit.
some video
Yeah.
games. Yeah, it's nothing productive. And it's like when we link up, it's like, like, how can we make like $1 million this month? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the conversations majority of the time. Obviously, we're going to still talk about sports. We're going to still,
Right.
BS from time to
Right.
time, But it's still like we know where we want to be.
There's a time and place for everything, right?
Exactly.
You go play some video games, sure, but don't make that your life.
Exactly.
Facts.
Go make that money, and then you want to fuck around a little bit, you can go and do that.
Exactly.
And then
You
one
know?
thing I'll say is like we all have nightmares. There's a quote that says, "Everybody has the same dreams, but not everybody has the same nightmares." Like everybody wants the cars, everybody wants the lifestyle, but not
Yeah.
everybody has the same nightmares. And I feel like it's your nightmares that really keep you going. Like I know all of us sitting here today, like we have real nightmares. Like we don't want to go back home, we don't want to go back to the hood and things like that. So we stay sharp.
Exactly.
You ever heard the quote, "The man in the arena"?
Nah.
No.
Yeah, I've heard the reference too, but I don't know.
It was a speech given by President Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay.
And the gist of it is that he would rather die in the arena than to be a spectator. Right? That a spectator will never know the glory of trying because they're too scared to try. So win, fail, or draw, he'd much rather be in the arena, fighting, trying, than be watching. And I think all you guys understand that. You know? You guys want to be in the arena, fighting with your shields up, with your sword. What's next? Let's go.
Yeah, and I think like sports helped us with that mentality.
Yeah, right?
Like, you know, playing football, playing different sports, just already being under the spotlight, already having to be in, you know, situations of like leadership and really just going to battle. You know, I think that's why I think a lot of athletes, you know, and just people who've had that background also excel, like, you know, in sports, just having that mentality, just like grinding, keep pushing. Yeah.
All right, give me some setbacks. Give me some failures. Give me some struggles that you guys individually have gone through in your journey leaving Connecticut to where you are today.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll start. So I was actually, it's funny, you know, I've had like a few different setbacks in my life. One thing I'll talk about was more recent, you know, and we were all like pretty much a part of a company at one point. It had a lot to do with like different financial services, and we were all making pretty good money. Like, you know, we were like building up teams, we were like investing, and I would say around 2021-ish, it kind of just like tanked. Like went from making like multiple six figures in the business to like you're almost not making anything at all.
Wow.
And it was an adjustment phase.
Was it a COVID boom?
I think a part of it was really a COVID boom. Like that business, like during that COVID season, everything was just like out of the door. And for me, it was tough because I went from a situation where it's like every single week, you know, I know this money is coming in to, all right, what am I gonna do? And it was a transition period. I really didn't know what to do. I was like, am I just gonna get a job? Am I just gonna start working? Do I have to figure it out? And I think that happens. You can feel like you're at the top and then go back to the bottom, but
Get that rug pulled out of you, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was literally like a rug pull, and that's how it felt. You know, going from having a team, a business of like, let's say 1,500 members to now you're looking at it, it's like 50, and it's like, whoa. I had to lock in. You know, like I really had to lock in. I had to pivot. I had to weigh all of my options. I had to really take a look at what are my skills? What have I learned? What can I take from this situation? A lot of people, you know, they'll get to the top, they'll fall back to the bottom, and then they just sulk and they disappear. Where some people will look at it like, okay, no, let me take every single thing that I learned, let me reinvent it, right? And then let me put it forth into something else new. So I think that for me, that was the struggle. You know, going from being at the top, having everything made, to back to step zero and having to build it back up. But I think that just builds character. I think that builds character.
For sure.
I think that makes you a better person, and I'm much stronger than I am now than I was before due to that. So, yeah.
Can you imagine if you had done nothing? You know what I mean? Like,
Crazy.
because that could have been a possibility. A lot of people do nothing.
For sure.
Very few take action.
For sure. For sure, yeah. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
That's true. Crazy.
All right, next. Struggles, setbacks, failures.
Damn. I think biggest setback I had wasn't really a setback, but I look at it as a setback because I look back now. And I remember it was the time where I really had to grow. I remember being on the phone with Kai, like, hey, like, we just moved to a new apartment. We were actually living together, a couple of us. And our rent was about $350, right? And then I got the offer to come to Miami, but at that time, I only know how to make that much amount of money that time. But then my first month in Miami, I said, damn, my rent went from $350 to $2,350. So I remember having days where I was just sitting in an apartment, and I'm like, damn, I can't even furnish this apartment as much as I want to, because I went from learning how to make at least like $10K a month to now having to make like, you know, $30, $40K a month. So I think I had to really figure it out mentally.
What a growth process, huh?
Yeah, it was dark days. I had to almost like relearn how to think.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And think about ways that I can, motivate myself to do this and make more money.
You
And it
broke
worked
your
out.
frame
Yeah.
because you had a
100%.
frame that you thought you couldn't make more than what you were making. And you got to Miami and that frame shattered and you're like, bro, I gotta grow, let's go.
And that's something we talk about in the group is having your back against the wall.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoyed that setback because I look back now and it made me, way better at making money and attracting things that I wanted.
How do you not get comfortable?
I just think about that time again, and I think about that every time I'm in a growth phase. I call it, like, for myself, I call it a shedding season. So there's a time where I feel like the earth is telling me, you're getting too comfortable. It's time to grow again.
Yep.
When I mentioned to you, I'm a sports agent. That wasn't something that I was pursuing. It almost came in front of me. And it was a void that was always missing inside of me. So when I got the opportunity, I said, all right, God is telling me it's a shedding season again. It's time to step into a new path.
Yep.
And I have to be humble enough to understand that I have to be like the little puppy again, So that's kind of like, where I'm at in that field.
Enjoy that journey, Next.
With me, I kind of went through a tough time after. So I graduated from Southern Connecticut State.
Okay.
Right? So that's year 2022. So around April, May, I graduated.
What'd you major in?
Tourism and hospitality.
Okay.
So like the business side
Yeah,
of
yeah.
So
Should have
I
gone to Airbnb.
yeah. So I stayed. So I was playing football. I stopped playing football after COVID. Some things happened similar to his situation. I stopped playing. So I knew I was gonna go full time in entrepreneurship. I was also in IM Academy, things like that. So I was making pretty decent money as well. So when that went left like for me around the time that I graduated. So when I graduated, I kind of went into like a short slump. So I didn't even stay in Connecticut. I said, I'm gonna just go back home and, kind of reset.
Where's home for you?
So I'm from here, but my parents, we moved to Boston, Massachusetts.
Got it.
When I was like 15, 16. So that's kind of back home now.
Yeah.
So I was just there like in a slump, like figuring out what I wanted to do. I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do.
Being town.
Yeah. So I was a college graduate. I was like, do I really want to just use this degree or just do I want to like start another business? So I started another business. I got into like car rentals. That was going really good for like 6 months to a year.
Like Turo?
Yeah, Turo,
Yeah.
private rentals too. That was going good for like 6 months to a year. Then that started going bad too. I had people like try to steal my cars. I had people crashing them.
Were you buying your own cars?
I was buying, but then I was also brokering, and then I also did like joint ventures, which
Got
is
it.
pretty much like somebody else has a car
Yep.
free, and then I would rent their cars out. So I had a pretty decent amount of cars. I would say I had is in my fleet directly almost 10 cars.
not
was,
bad.
Yeah, that was doing pretty good, and it was just me too. So that was another thing. So when that business kind of fell apart, like 2023ish, I was like, damn, like I don't know, bro. I was just back home trying to figure it out. So that was a tough time. I would say what kind of got me out of that. So I ended up actually working in the hospitality space for like 6 to 7 months. during that time, I said, you know what? I'm not just gonna sit, because most people, what they would have did was just got a job and just sat down. Like,
What'd you do? Go work in a hotel?
Yeah, at a I don't know if you heard of Sonder before.
Yeah.
So Sonder is like a top. They do Airbnb and short rentals and things like that, but it's luxurious. So like, see a lot of good people. Like I've met like NFL players and stuff like that come through and stay with us at Sonder. But during that time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna set a goal. Like I'm gonna, save up this amount of money. I'm gonna do this, do that, and that's kind of what got me in out of the slump. Just working there and knowing, okay, this is not the end goal. This is just like a stepping stone, So,
How'd you get into taxes? Where'd that come to be?
So I was in the credit space too. So I was doing credit repair, and then honestly, just one day I was sitting at home and I'm like, yo, I need to figure out another way, another service that I can add to these customers. Because during that time I had a lot of people coming in, and after credit repair, it was like it was nothing for me to really do with them. Funding wasn't really that big at that time. So I actually was on YouTube. I watched a lot of podcasts and stuff like that too, and the guy was talking about top businesses that you could start. He was listing like all types of stuff, cleaning businesses, things like that. And he was talking about tax preparation. And then it's like everything aligned. So I seen that, and then I seen another guy speaking about like a tax business. And then some girl that I actually met from Boston, she was like, her firm is like hosting like a free training. And crazy, the free training was like 15 minutes from my parents' house. And it was the day that I had off. It was on a Saturday.
All aligned.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, this all makes sense. So I went to the training, and then the rest was history. This is like 2 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
You ever thought about doing Turo down here?
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna say the market is saturated, but it's a lot of it out here. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
true.
It's a lot to deal with. So
A lot of liability. Yeah.
My biggest struggle was honestly living with these guys in the beginning. I had no money, man. I used to go into the room, steal their toilet paper. But I had no money. And then there was a day, because I wanted to move with them because I knew they was already making money. So I found a way to make it happen, but I still wasn't making much money. And then there was a day where I was driving from Massachusetts, where I used to live with my mom, to CT. It was like 2 hours and a half. And on the drive there, I needed to put gas in my car. And I think I had like $20 to my name. And then I pull over to go get gas. And then I don't know what subscription I had, but I go to pay with Apple Pay. Shit declines. And I'm like, what? This is my last $20. Like, what do you mean? I go check my account. Subscription hit. Yo, I just started crying. And then I called my mom's, and I was like, yo, like, I don't have no money right now. Like, I need some money. And she didn't give it to me. She was just like, go harder. That shit just made me like start. It made me cry more, to be honest, because I don't have like the best relationship with my mom. But like that shit just sparked the fire in my ass. Like ever since then, like I just been focused like on my business and.
Wait, no. What did you do that day? I want you to continue that story.
I called up.
How'd you get gas?
I called up my best friend Josh. He had like $20 to his name too, and he sent it to me. And then I was like, "Yo, bro, I promise when I get on, I'm gonna get you right." So yeah.
That's awesome. Let me ask you a question. You're the youngest one, right?
He's the
You're
youngest.
the youngest one. Okay. What is it like being the youngest two in the group?
I would say for me, I get to kind of like learn from them. Mistakes that they've made when they were younger or around my age. That's a good thing for me. I get to see, how they move, how they maneuver, things like that. Kai specifically, like a lot of things he's done when he was my age, he'd be like, yo, bro, I used to do it. Like he always be like, yo, I used to do that, bro. Like it's not valid, stuff like that. DP as well. So I feel like just learning from them, that's the best thing, the key takeaway. Learning from their mistakes and things that they do well as well.
Kai, I feel like you're the bar setter for the group. I think you do it first and then they follow. I don't mean follow in the sense of like, but like you are the risk taker of the risk takers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we all risk take. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So you're the risk taker of the risk takers. What journeys and what failures have you gone through that you go and tell them to avoid? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
how has your road been, and how do you navigate your guys to not go through those potholes?
yeah. I mean, I feel like at one point, especially when I was a lot area, like I kind of just did, and I was kind of like the same way like Haru is, like just go, you know, and the money's gonna come back, everything's gonna come back. But then as you
Right.
start getting older, you realize the time doesn't come back. So the decisions you make in that time are super important, you know. 'Cause the money's one thing, but the time is something that it doesn't come back.
Right.
So I'm like, I became super like serious about how I invest my time, you know. Like the investments, money, that stuff is like it can come back.
Did you ever read that book? What's it called? How to Get Your Time Back?
No, I haven't, but I will read it now. For sure.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you the actual name. Really popular book. It's a guy who used to be a CEO and overwork himself. He had, I think, a stroke that he almost died at like 36. Wow. So then he developed a whole system on how to buy his time back and how to delegate. You love that book.
Definitely, I need that. 'Cause I feel like that's another thing too. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time on business and things like that, but not investing a lot of time into the other important aspects of life, you know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like to answer the original question too, just being being very like, just like you said, risky, you know, early on, and learning the hard way. You know,
What's been your biggest hurdle so far?
biggest hurdle was probably the same situation, having to pivot so many different times, and trying to align passion and enjoyment with how to, you know, what you're generating income with. That's difficult to do. Sometimes it's not going to be that, and that's something that's like a mental hurdle, you know. Like there was a point in time where I was doing businesses that I wasn't excited about or like didn't really enjoy, but at that moment in time I needed to do it to generate the income, you know.
Right.
So, you know, temporary sacrifice to get to where you need to go, like Eddie said, just a stepping stone. I feel like, you know, that's something I had to go through, like doing the things I didn't want to do to get close to where I wanted to be.
The grunt work.
Yeah. And that's just what comes with it, you know.
How many homes do you have under management?
Right now we have about 52 that we oversee, we have access to. We have about 12 that we directly manage for our clients. So, you know, everything from customer service to the scheduling, the back end, the cleaning, even in the start when they get a property, we, you know, have interior designers and things like that make sure everything is, you know, 5-star worthy. You
That's
know?
incredible.
So it's been a cool process. And I started when we made that pivot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started by just renting out the unit that I was living in while we traveled to go, you know, do events and things like that. So, you know, a lane there, and you know, just went full in on that.
Do you have a course?
I don't really do a course. I do more so like a coaching.
Yeah.
Everybody's situation is different. So
Right.
I like to tailor it specifically to that individual rather than, you know, give the same information
Right.
to everybody.
Cookie
and
cutter.
Somebody make something happen, you know. So we have one, but we more so focus on helping that person cultivate something that works for them, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's gotten us a lot more success. Like we've created 3 millionaires in the last, you know, 18 months.
That's awesome.
You know, so that's been a blessing. It's just because we pivoted, we changed that. Because the course started to like, no one's seeing results, you know, for their own reasons. But
Bro, how does that feel? To know you've changed 3 people's lives forever.
it feels great, honestly. It's almost like it doesn't feel real sometimes.
Right.
Like we've all done it. Like
We remind you.
Yeah, 'cause I don't.
Yeah, daily.
We remind him like, yo, I don't think you
Especially
understand. You
him.
made millions.
It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel real sometimes. But it feels great to know like that. Like I have one kid that was in the army. This kid Lucas. He was in the Marines. He was like super down bad when he came out. Just mentally in every aspect. Like he just didn't know what to do next. You know? Same thing. Pivot for him.
Right.
And he hadn't had success in the other businesses he started and stuff. So and he knows a lot, like all of us, you know. But this worked for him like that, you know. And it clicked for him, and everything went right. So looking back now, he generated I think like almost 2 mil, 3 mil.
That's incredible.
They're young. They're like 24, younger than me.
Wow.
It's a blessing for sure.
How do you guys stop and smell the roses? How do you enjoy the fruits of your labor?
I don't.
Just being
No,
patient.
straight work mode?
I think
How do you manage that, manager?
I'm in that phase now. I'm in that phase now. And when you say like risk taker, we all have our different things that we try first, and then we trickle it down to each other.
Yeah.
I think when you mentioned that book, that's been something I preached to them, that I learned living here. Because my first year here, I was just overworking myself.
Yeah.
and I was just on the phones every day. I was doing 3-4 calls an hour, you know, and I realized at the end of the day I'm not really happy. If I didn't do work today, I didn't make money. And I started getting into systems and learning how to build them and make them generate. And then now I think what I really push to try to tell them is that, you know, your mental health is super important in this entrepreneurship. Like taking days to get off your phone and taking days to enjoy social time with people and actually enjoy life. Because I felt like 2 years ago I didn't enjoy like actually what was going on or where I was at. I was just like, damn, how can I make more and more and more money? And I didn't realize it that I started making more money when I started doing that. So I just fell in love with that. And I kind of want to tell them like, hey, I see you guys stressed out doing your business every day.
Right.
And you're making good money, but in reality, in the inside, you're not actually happy.
It's kind of, to me, I agree with you. It's kind of like going to the gym, right? You need at least a day or two to rest.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be going 7 days a week. You're going to burn yourself out. Go 5 days, rest 2, right? Go to the beach, go enjoy the sun, go get a drink, go to happy hour.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it, right? There's that balance, there's that limit.
Yeah.
But enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let me ask you guys a question. Was there a purchase that you made as soon as you got some money, you're like, man, I'm going to go buy this? Have you guys done that? Have you made that, like, bought that watch, bought that car? Has there been something that you wanted for a long time and you went and you got it?
Yeah.
Because that's important. You got to go do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference in going and spending all your money and really getting that one thing you've wanted your whole life. You know what I mean? That fuels you. That keeps you going.
So I feel like I've done that on a small scale. I haven't done on a major scale yet because I feel like what I really, really want is crazy.
What do you want? Put it out there.
So the
The
main
universe hear it.
no. So the main thing I would say I want is two things. So one, I do want a wow, I'm losing train of thought. I do want a Lambo truck, a specific Lambo truck that I want.
Urus.
Yeah, so one a Lambo truck, one a Urus. And the
You
second
can
thing
get
that I
one for
want-
relatively not too crazy.
Not too crazy. I feel like
Like
I
$2
just
grand a
haven't
month.
pulled the trigger yet, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've been a little patient. And the next thing that I would say that I really want to do is just really buy my people's, really for my whole family, just like a whole like estate where everybody can go. Just like whenever the family wants to like be around each other, whenever anybody wants to link up. I mean, like I want to get something like huge, like bunch of acres, big house, like everything that you can think of there, like big pool, farm,
state?
like everything, like it's just an estate, like
What
and
state? Florida?
Maybe Florida, maybe something like Georgia, somewhere like that, where I can just get like a bunch of land. That's probably the biggest priority. Like the Urus is something that I feel like, yeah, like you said, that's probably something that can happen like. Not for that crazy.
Right.
The estate is probably like the main thing. I just want to do that for everyone and just like boom, we just have
This
that.
guy I know just bought 110 acres in Georgia for about $500,000. 110 acres for $500,000 in Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nothing. You know, he had to build on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But 110 acres.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I think that's definitely what I want to do in terms of like bigger purchases. You know, some I think would be like some mills for sure.
What about you, Kai?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you. Purchase.
I thought he was going in the line again.
No, I'm jumping around now.
Like early on, I bought a lot of things, but I don't know, like the material stuff don't really do nothing for me.
Yeah.
It did at one point, but it's like,
Once you get it, that's why you have to buy it,
Yeah,
right?
you get over
So
it.
exactly,
Yeah, you get
it will
over
lose
it.
the effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I definitely agree with what Manny said. Like, I definitely want to, probably in Puerto Rico, buy a lot of land or something like that.
Yep.
Just to have that freedom of like, you know, because it's like here, tank top, beach, chill. I feel like places like Colombia and stuff like that, you get that vibe of like, this is what life is supposed to be.
Yes.
When you're in this country, especially these big cities, it feels more like rat race.
Yes.
You know? So when you go to those countries and you in nature and vibing and your money's good, you feel very free. You know, so I definitely want to experience that. You know, I think that's something that we all want to experience, like that real freedom. I think that comes with buying land.
100%.
Having that under your belt, you know?
Bro, I used to wear a bunch of different watches, Rolex, AP. Now all I wear is my Apple Watch, bro. All I want to see are my steps and my health. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? It's all I care about now. I don't care.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
You know, like once you've been there, done that, it's like, okay, it's nice. It's real nice. But you have to have it to go through it, say, okay, I don't want it. I don't need it anymore. Yeah. Let's go get land, right? Let's go get more money.
Exactly.
Let's go invest.
Exactly.
You know?
So what did you do to switch out of that? Like, did you just get rid of your watches? Did you sell them? Did you put them up?
I gave one to my brother-in-law. One I sold, and the rest are just sitting in my house. Every once in a while, I'll put it on. I'll go on a nice date with my wife. I'll put it on.
Yeah.
But like on my day-to-day, it's Apple Watch.
Makes sense.
I need to know my steps. I'm paranoid. I'm fucking paranoid. What about you?
Something I want. It's a Rolex. I've been fiending for this Rolex.
Which one?
It's a presidential olive dial Datejust.
Okay, yeah. All gold?
With the olive dial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
it's beautiful.
I could get it now, but I keep hearing in my back of my mind like, go put it in crypto, bro.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, you can buy two.
Yeah, so I'm just not getting it.
How much is it?
Like 60,000, 55,000 probably right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Management is not approving that.
Just a question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to buy this watch right now, would it be like, damn, it's a lot of money? Or would it be like, all right, I'm okay? Which one would it be for you?
It's kind of just like I could put that money elsewhere. That's what I think about. Like, damn, I'm about to spend 55,000 on a watch, and it's just like, it's just a watch. Cause I bought this Rolex for like 16,000, and I put it on my wrist, and it's like, now it's just a watch. Like, it's just a watch. Like, I don't care about it no more.
Right, exactly.
Where we come from, I think, like, no matter how much money we have, 55,000 is still gonna be a lot of money.
100%. Yeah, hell yeah.
We didn't have it. We was fine without it.
Right.
So to dish that out is like still a lot of money.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe not a lot from what we have.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Urus. It's like, I couldn't. It's like, all right, should I wait until I can get like 30 of these, or should I? But I do understand what you're saying though. Sometimes though, like and life is not guaranteed. So like,
it's not.
You do wanna appease yourself, and
100%. You have to reward yourself.
Yeah.
Like, why are you working so hard for?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got to reward yourself.
Exactly. And that's why I think small things come. Buying like some nice designer shoes for a few thousand, or like a nice outfit,
exactly.
or going to like a really nice steakhouse, and or taking a trip, a vacation, like things like that, which is like the smaller rewards, and then
That's where I'm at. I'm at a point where for me, it's all about family and vacations. I'm going to vacation with my family in July. We're going to Brazil. I got a rooftop penthouse with 5 bedrooms. It's going to be me, my family, my sister, my parents. We got a chef's going to cook for us every single day. Like that's what I'm into now. Just family time and sharing that time with my family and just enjoying life.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
That's nice.
Exactly. 100%. Like, I'm at a point in my life, but I got 2 kids. I've been married for almost 10 years, with my wife for 19 years.
Congrats.
I got a 5-year-old and a almost 3-year-old. I'm at a point where I just want to enjoy and give back.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy, give back. Like I love what you guys are doing, man. I wish I had a crew like this at your age. I wish I was smart enough at your age. I was doing drugs. I was doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
I didn't get my shit together till like 28, 29.
Wow.
I'm 37. I'll be 38 next year. Like 40 to me is around the corner. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to make sure that I'm transitioning from like that hustle mode to more of like, all right, now it's time to pass on my knowledge and give back. You know? Which is why I do this podcast. You know, I love seeing the fresh young minds coming through and really learning from you guys and what you're doing and your hustle. And I get inspired by you guys. Like, you guys keep me going. Because, I mean, if you guys are, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get held back. You know, my motor has to keep going. So I love seeing where your mind is at and what you're doing so I can calculate and see how I got to move.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you guys are going to fucking take over. Your generation, seriously, I think your generation is underestimated as fuck. I think you guys, boomers don't get you guys because they don't understand the world that you were brought up in. You guys were born with Facebook. You were born with Instagram, right? You were born with the fully loaded internet. Now you have AI, right? Like the possibilities that you guys have, they couldn't even fathom or imagine.
Yeah.
Facts.
So like they look at you guys, I've heard a lot that Gen Zers don't want to work. Hell yeah, they don't want to work.
Facts.
They don't want to be in that rat race.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to be in that fucking cycle over and over again. Y'all want to create. Y'all want to build your own path, your own lane. And I see so many of you guys going the unconventional route. And it's beautiful because the world that we live in has all these opportunities and you guys are taking it. Like you're not letting it pass you by. So commend you guys for that.
Thank you. I appreciate
And I think you guys set the bar, you know? People are gonna watch this. They'd be like, fuck, I need my own crew. I gotta move in with my boys, you know?
Facts.
Share resources.
And I think it makes sense. I think it does.
I feel like with this one, this was like the last. We either gonna do it now or we not.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
40, I'm pushing 30. So like, this is the last year we could do it. Let's make it happen. You know? So you're
Yes.
younger, you watching this, you're younger. Do it now. Why? You still got the time on yourself.
Exactly. No kids, no girlfriend, no wife to bother you.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when that shit happens, fuck. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
And when we first moved in too, like we didn't have the nicest house. Like we was living in like the trenches, you know.
Yeah, the first time we ever
So,
lived together.
They
back-
could whoever's watching this, you guys can do it. It doesn't have to be a nice luxury house. You can start somewhere
Right.
small, and then
Yeah.
in 3 years of building, you could go get something
Facts.
nice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the most
Just
important
pushing
thing.
each other every day.
because Butler was crazy.
Yeah.
Where?
Butler.
It's
that's-
called Butler.
that what it's
Street.
called? It's called Butler?
152,
That was the
152
street.
Butler.
Yeah. First house.
In Connecticut.
Yes, in Connecticut it was
Yeah, it was
a
crazy.
little crazy, but character building.
What was so crazy about it?
Nah, there
Just
was
in the hood.
there was a
Okay.
day.
I used to renovate a house in the.
Got it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's literally what it was.
Was it a party house? Did you guys party in there?
Nah, we was
A
great.
little bit. The manager said a little bit.
We didn't party, but we had guests in there every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Got it.
It was really like a lot of grinding though.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of grinding.
What is that, like 5 years ago?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, there was a day where we stepped outside the crib. I forgot where we was going. We're getting in the car and we see like it's like a homeless man shitting on the house, like on the outside of the crib.
Yo.
yeah,
Yes.
like on the house type shit. Shit was crazy.
But it was like our first lock-in though. But yeah, I think that led everybody into, you know, where we're at now. So it just made sense, just being able to be around each other, pushing each other. Yo, bro, you made sure this is done for your business. You got this done. Just piggybacking off each other ideas, being able to brainstorm. So, yeah.
And we had a crazy routine. Like we spent a lot of our days just like watching a lot of personal development, just with each other on the couch, just like this, with a TV right here, and we're just sitting there for hours, just taking notes on what people are saying and just trying to apply it when we're on the phone with other people. It's just crazy.
Let me ask you guys a question. Now, I want to frame it in a certain way. A lot of youth that come from the hood see drugs as a way out. Why wasn't that an option for you guys?
As far as what, using them or selling them?
Both, or either or. I would say selling it, because using it is different. I would say selling it.
Jail.
Because I'll share. Because that was the path for me. From 16 to like 21, I was moving coke. I pushed that shit hard in New York. I was transporting from Long Island to Queens every other day. That was my life. I was a cokehead for mad long. Like, that was my world for a very long time. Someone pulled me out of it, saved my life. I could have been in jail, killed, wherever the fuck I would have been today. I wouldn't have been here for sure. So I'm someone that got caught up, got lucky enough that I got pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to be the example and share with others what you guys did to not even get involved in that world.
I mean, I'll speak for myself. Just seeing the people that was doing that, it's just looking at them like, you don't really have what I want. It's like you making money, but it's like you still in the hood. Like, you're not making that much money. Mm-hmm. So I would just look up to people that was really like touching M's. And it's like, yeah, I want to do what they do. Like, they're making real money, you know?
Right.
I mean, for me, so my situation is kind of different. I didn't necessarily grow up in the hood, but I went to school in the hood, if that makes sense, just because that was like the little school, you know? That's the school I wanted to go to. But for me, I think, one, football saved me. I was so like...
That's big.
Yo.
Sports is huge.
When I was younger, like, football was my life. Like, I slept, eat,
You're a
read,
running back?
Football. No, a receiver. Okay. Receiver, and I played defensive back when I got to high school. But growing up, like, that's all I did. Like, I never had a summer.
Practice.
Like, every summer I would be practicing. So I didn't even really have time to indulge and do other things, you know?
Right.
So it was like, for me, and then I'm Haitian, so my parents didn't play that. Like, I always wanted to make sure my mom and my grandma and my aunts were proud of me. You know?
Haitian parents don't play.
Yeah, they don't play. So, like, and I grew up the only child, so, you know, I was pretty good. Like, my parents always got me what I needed. So I didn't have to, like, do any of those things.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm spoiled, but, like, I always got what I wanted.
Bro, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always got what I wanted. So I feel like, for me, my situation is different. Like, I seen it. Like, I've had friends that, you know, do certain stuff. But it just was football, and then whatever I needed, my mom got me. So, like, you know, I was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
For real.
I mean, I guess for me and Kai, it was a little different because we grew up in the city, in New York. Growing up in the Bronx, I had that was all I seen. My middle school was in.
We're in the Bronx.
Like Gun Hill area, Allerton.
I know Gun Hill very well. Yeah.
My middle school was in the projects, so I was smoking, I was fighting after school, I was in gangs. But I think it was.
What did that teach you?
It really just taught me that there's a system
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people don't know how to beat. So if you're not smart enough to get out of the system, I look at it like four walls. If you don't know how to exit,
Yeah.
You're gonna always be in there. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that, and you know, it goes back to, you know, we joke about like management and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was always my mindset. I was always the person that I used to tell my friends how they should go about things. Mm-hmm. And
It's because you see the bigger picture.
yeah, exactly. I seen the picture, and I used to like talk people out of. I talked to a lot of my friends out of, like, you know, going down that route and doing drugs and doing things like that.
Good for you.
And, you know, I trickled that down. And then with us, we had a standard. It was really like, if you really want to go deep into it, I started off the first group because there's multiple phases of this group.
Got it. It's evolved.
Yeah, it's evolved. But
New group members came in.
yeah, a lot of guys dropped out, but there was always a standard. Like, you know, if you wanted to be with us, you can't be doing, you know, bad stuff.
Did they drop out because they didn't fit the standard? Or they just
kind of removed themselves just because
Yeah.
it wasn't in alignment.
Got
Like,
it.
we
Got
all
it.
doing business and you playing 2K all day, we just naturally not gonna be around each other.
got it.
We're
Yeah.
not doing the same thing.
Understood.
You know?
Them being the younger ones, when they came in, they had to get to how we did things.
Right.
You know? And they asked us questions. But then, if you want to look at it at the older perspective, we learned a little bit from them too.
Yeah.
They kind of taught us how the new game goes, you know? So we sharpened our iron and got smarter. And
That's smart of you guys to learn, right?
Yeah.
to not feel like, oh, I'm older, I know better. You know, no, anybody can teach you anything.
Oh, they joke about that all the time. That's a touch of 30.
They're like 30.
So it keeps us moving.
Yeah.
But then when they get to, you know, like when they were like 18, 19, we're like, all right, watch, when you get to 22, you're going to see.
Yeah.
And then they got to 23, and I'm like, oh, I told you. So it's kind of like a fun little realization, and we all hold each other. Like if we see any of us doing any bad things, like we're on that fast.
Yeah.
How'd you get out of that life?
Football. Football.
God
and
bless
honestly,
football, bro.
Yeah.
It's coded.
I think for me it was the same thing too. Like when I was in middle school, I always tell a funny story. Like we started like, you know, kids would be in school and they would start like little like school gangs and stuff like that. And we had a school gang. And what ended up happening was one of the kids that was in it, he went on like the school computer and he typed in like everybody who was in it, like what was like, we had like rankings and stuff like that. And I remember it was one day over the announcements, the loudspeaker, they was like, hey, like, you know, so we found that there's a gang called like Hustle Loyalty, and
Oh
we're
my
letting you guys
goodness.
know police are coming to the school, blah, 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 things like that. And I
A
remember
joke turned to something so serious.
Yeah. And I remember, and like we were doing stupid stuff, like fighting, doing dumb stuff. But I remember it was the same thing. Like when I heard that, and I heard police, and I was just like, all right. You know, I was just like, I remember that day we disbanded it. We all disbanded it that day, and it was funny because obviously there was kids from that who went on and they really continued that path and things like that. But for me, same thing as them. I think sports, and when I was younger, I like making money. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I like making money. Like, it was funny. My mom used to call me a miser and stuff like that when I was younger. But, like, you know, even from, like, little things, like when most kids wanted to go to school and just have, like, snow days, like, just to stay in the crib.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it wasn't like that. Snow days for me was like, oh, I'm about to make some bread today. You know, like, I'm telling my little brother, we out. Get your
Grab the
boots
shovel.
on,
Let's
get
go.
your shovel.
Knock it
And
Grab
I-
the salt.
Yeah, you know, and I had, like, homes. I had, like, homes of, like, older people that I would go to, and I would tell them, like, listen, whenever it snows, no, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna be here at certain times. You get what I'm saying? And I had my prices set with them and things like that. So, and we kind of lived like I kind of lived on the borderline of like a hood town and like a better town. So I would just walk over to the better town where I could charge more. And you know, and that's what I was
Smart.
doing. So, you know, I always kind of had that mindset. Like my two goals was when I was younger, it was like go to the NFL, and after the NFL is done, make money in business. And NFL didn't work out, but making money in business did. And that was always kind of my mindset. I was like, yo, I have to do this. Like I hated hearing my parents say, oh, the mortgage and this bill and eviction and this. It's just like, I was just like, yo, I don't want to live like that. Like I always make jokes with them. Like if I was broke my whole life, I don't even know what I would do. Like I'd just be depressed all day. like literally, like I'd be depressed all day. So I think just having that understanding, like I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to, you know, I want to make a lot of money. I want to be successful. This isn't the route. Like a lot of people glamorize certain things, like when you grow up in certain areas, but it's not all glitz and grams. Like Ru said, like you'll see people in the hood. It's like, oh, they get making money. You know, they got some chains. They drive a BMW or a Mercedes, but still in the hood.
Right.
You know, you're not really doing anything. So I wanted to be on the private jets and live in a mansion and drive the nice cars, you know, and be able to flow my money without having to worry if somebody's gonna come knocking on the door. So yeah.
Were you a linebacker?
No, I played offensive and defensive line. So I played offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Yeah. So you know, also college I played.
Let's talk about something what you were saying too. For those that don't play sports, I just imagine if I didn't play sports, what would have made me do that? I think it's what I was feeding my brain, knowledge-wise. I used to see people like 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather, and versus the drug dealers that were rich in my neighborhood, I used to just want to be them more. So I think
I love 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Love 50, bro.
He's my idol, and I think just studying, like seeing them and motivating myself kind of kept me focused on, all right, I can't take that route because I'll never end up there.
Right. Thank God for those role models, right?
For sure.
Never met them, but soon.
It's definitely important, I think, to have people that you kind of look up to and you model yourself after, especially as like a young kid. You know, like who you model yourself after is gonna definitely shape a lot of like where your life goes and what you do.
Who was that for you?
A lot of different people. I feel like for me, it was more so athletes. Like I seen people like like I seen the Michael Strahans. I seen and even in different areas. Like I saw like even just people, and I know it's like cliche, but even just people like Michael Jordan. Just seeing like the fact of how much what he did in sports and then what he was able to do in like business. And then I had other role models like in high school. I came across a book by Dean Grazio, right? And it was like an ad. And then I ended up finding out about like Ty Lopez. And then
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
one day I just was like, yo, like, actually, I think the biggest thing for me, which is crazy, a lot of kids in my school don't remember this, and that's why I feel like I also just kind of had a different mindset. We had a guy that came into our classroom in middle school, right? And he just was kind of going to like more underprivileged schools. It was two guys. He was like Middle Eastern and one was like Black American. And they were both like millionaires. And he was, I think, 30. The Middle Eastern guy was like the head of the business. The Black American guy was his partner. And they were talking about how they were into like marketing and how the guy who was 30, he was like, yeah, I'm making like $5 million a month. Wow. And I remember hearing that. And when I heard that in middle school, that stuck with me for my whole life. I was like, $5 million a month. And like after class, a lot of other kids started talking about different stuff and not caring about it. Like that was on my mind. Like I've literally never forgot about that. That was on my mind forever. Like I remember that literally led me to go home and look up like, how can you make $1 million? How can you make $1 million? What can you do? So I think like all of those things just...
It unlocked your mind.
Yeah, it let me know like,
that's
this
possible.
is possible.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You have to open your mind to the possibilities of what can happen for you. If it can happen for somebody else, it can happen for you.
Have you guys ever heard of breaking generational curses?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All y'all are breaking generational curses. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All y'all were sent here to break the generational curse, all of us, of all of our lineage. How does that, do you guys understand that? And what does that mean to you?
I think to touch on that and the question that you asked before, that's kind of what I thought when you asked that question. Like, why didn't you get into that space or, mess around with that space?
Right.
I did, and every time I tried, I got caught by my father. Later. So having that, understanding, seeing where your parents come from, how much work they put in to raise you, at least, to the best of their ability.
Yep.
You realize you don't want to dabble in that space. And the same thing, football, baseball, that saved me, saved all of us. But you realize that football is either going to create the generational wealth, or if not, I'm going to take the skills I learned in that
right.
and apply it to business. So I think, being in that position is a blessing, but it comes with a lot, especially mentally, because it's like, we understand that, but sometimes people around us don't understand that. Or they may not support, they might, they might
fuck
feel
them.
like it should have been done, or whatever things, but it can be.
Fuck them.
So that's just, it comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah.
At some point, either you get it, or you get the fuck out of my way.
Yep.
100%.
True.
It's just super humbling though, like just knowing that you're breaking generational curses.
Yeah.
Cause like growing up, my grandparents, they used to like bust their ass just to get me like McDonald's and like little things like that. And then the other day, I was just like, yo, fuck it. I'm gonna just I booked a family trip for like 15 plus family members.
That's awesome.
Paid everything, and it's like the fact that I could do that and like give back to them now, it's like the best feeling ever. That's why I'm gonna always keep my foot on the gas, because like just being able to do things like that is just like super humbling. So, should feel good.
Being aware enough too, I think, not to cut you off, bro, but I think once you are aware that you're in that position, that's the blessing right there.
Facts.
Yes.
Once that spark
100%.
goes off, like, damn, all right, cool, I know that I have to be, like, nobody else is trying anything, so I gotta be the one to do it.
People are dependent on me.
Whatever comes with it, I'm with it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a burden, like it's heavy, or do you welcome it?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I think that it's a level of course, it's gonna be a level of adversity. You know,
Right.
it's gonna be some pressure on your shoulders. But I'm also a firm believer that whatever it is that comes to your plate, you know, you can handle it, right? You're gonna have to push through the cracks. Like any adversity that you're going through is designed to make you stronger for what you're saying you want to receive.
Yep.
You know, you can't say, I want to make like, if you're going to make $1 million, you got to be prepared to make $1 million and how to handle it. So I'm going to have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations in order to get there, because I have to be strong enough to handle that. You want a business with 10,000 members, 10,000 affiliates. Can you handle 10,000 affiliates? What have you went through to handle 10,000 affiliates? Did you lose 1,000 affiliates first? Right? Like, so these are things that you
Right.
have to go through in order to get to where you want to go. Everything is just character building, strengthening you.
it's inevitable too. Like, you know the failure is guaranteed. You know failure is guaranteed. Success is not. But you know for sure on that journey, like you said, you're gonna go through those things. But you gotta, like you said, welcome it.
Yeah.
Cut out for it.
Yeah, I welcome it for sure.
Yep,
I feel like
have
I was
to.
created to do this. Like, I look at the other people, you know, like older, like my uncles, my grandfather and stuff. I just feel that hunger in me to solve. I think that's just maybe a gift and a curse inside of me. I just want to solve the problem, and I honor being the person to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to break that curse.
How do you feel about that? Like you just said, because that's
Yeah.
the thing I felt a lot. Like that feeling where I want to take care of everybody else's problems in my family. I want to be able to. This person, money not a problem. This person take care of you. Is that a good thing or a bad? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
What do you think about that?
I've been doing that for the past 5 years. In Brazil, I support like 50 people, right? My mom's whole side of the family. I pay my parents' rent. I retired my mom last year, so I feel that same responsibility. I also welcome it. You know, I also, growing up, my grandfather and another gentleman in my family, they were the leaders of the family, right? And they both passed away, and there was a gap there. Now, me and my cousin have filled in that gap. So I enjoy being in that responsibility. I enjoy being the one that my family goes to for advice, that they come to for help, you know? Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me, you know? Someone's got to do it. So if as long as I'm alive, everyone there is going to be fed. Everyone's going to be, you know, well. I pay for their insurances, their medical bills, whatever the fuck they need. Should I be doing that? I don't know. You know, I don't know the answer. I do it. I don't know if I should. You know, I've created a lot of dependent people. You know, they're very. It's been 5 years. I can't pull that back now. You know.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm blessed to be able to do it, so I do it.
Facts.
You know? What's next for you guys? Where do you see this going? How do you see this evolving?
Anybody else want?
I mean, I feel like, you know, after this year, we'll have a great foundation. Everybody will have hit whatever goals we set out for this year.
Yeah.
And I think it'll set the tone for the next chapter of, you know, potentially starting families or whatever. You know, I think
Yeah.
we're putting ourselves in a position to be great leaders for other individuals, but also potentially, you know, son, daughter, whoever. You know, that's the next chapter
Yeah.
that's coming up that we're knocking on that door. So,
Can I make a small suggestion?
Yeah.
I think you guys should record and document the next year.
Yeah, that's why we moved in with each other. That's
Good.
what we're doing.
Good.
Yeah.
Put cameras all over the house.
Yeah, so you got
Kind of Big Brothers type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
record everything. Because what you guys are doing is really cool.
What do you feel like the most important aspect? I think the most important aspects we think is just like the success, like the closing the deals and things like that. What do you feel like is something that needs to be highlighted?
The failures,
Yeah.
the journey, the conversations are really important. You know, like you hearing him close a deal, like that should be caught on camera. You saying like, damn, he just closed a deal. I haven't closed any today. Let me go close one. That's real. You know, people feel that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you guys got to connect with mad people. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I see us being like, if Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, and all of them had a group,
Yes,
that's what we all have, like Fortune 500.
bro. The grumps, bro.
Yeah.
The grumps.
Yo.
we tried to come up with something that we felt would be more like professional. We was like, we can't. This is really
Yeah.
who we are. Like,
Just,
you know,
just keep the
it
name.
is what it is. We're not gonna, you know. And it really started
Yeah.
as a joke. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's funny, yeah.
Start off calling him a grump. It was him.
And there's none grumpy about you guys. That's the best part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what makes it like even
There's
funnier.
nothing grumpy
Yeah.
about you guys.
If somebody asks us like how we have seen success as a group, I think that's the word. Is we were grumps.
Facts.
We always had calculated steps, and we were just grumps about certain things. And
Yeah.
it brought success. You know?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. Y'all should make a show. Like grab a YouTube channel, call it the Grumps, and put episodes out.
Facts.
It's funny,
You know?
we have a YouTube channel. We haven't done
Shooting
anything with it
episode
yet.
right now.
There you go.
First one.
how do you feel about like Twitch? Last thing I asked.
You can ask as many questions as you want. I think Twitch is dope. Yeah. I don't think Twitch is even close to being where it's gonna be. They have like 3 or 4 artists. That's it. You know, it's Kai, Speed. Who else? There's nobody else.
Yeah, it's not that many.
You know, not that many.
It's-
There's plenty of room to grow.
Yeah, yeah.
Plenty.
Okay.
YouTube channels got millions of subs. And, yeah, right.
And you guys have enough content. Like you could do Mondays about you, Tuesdays about you, Wednesdays about you. There's so much content and all. You know what I mean?
I'll be tough.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to organize this. Call me, I got you.
I don't think we was thinking about that. I just feel
Yeah.
like Mondays from my perspective, Tuesdays from your
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got
Each have the
you.
camera from our point of view.
Right.
Yo, that's tough. That,
And then you could do
I've never thought of
Saturday,
that.
all of you together, and Sunday you take a break. You rest. You know, you rest with Jesus.
Makes sense. That's fine.
That's fine.
I like that.
We're gonna use that one.
Yeah, for sure.
What does God mean to you guys? Let's end on that note.
Dang, I'll say everything.
Yep.
You know, for at least me personally, like, you know, I grew up in a family that, you know, my parents were, I would say, pretty faithful people, you know, put me in church and things like that. And I just believe that, you know, wherever anybody is at in life, I do believe, I feel like I would feel crazy if I like really believed that there was like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, where like all of these things was orchestrated in such an intricate way, but for there to be nothing that's orchestrating it, you get what I'm
Makes
saying?
no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Makes zero
It
sense.
doesn't make sense. And you know, I just think that just having faith, you know, believing in God, trusting that whatever situation you're in. Like, I've personally had situations in my life. I remember one time I was at a point where I was just like, I was just praying about it. I was like, you know, if I just get $10,000, like, I can just reverse everything. And I swear to you, within 2 days, like, I was praying about it hard. I was thinking about it. I was meditating it. Then 2 days, another kid who was like really like into faith, things like that. Somebody that had their business in the past came to me, was like, yo, bro, you know, I wanna get something done with you, bro. Like, 11K, 2 days after that. And so many other examples, you know, that I could give, but
That's powerful,
just
bro.
that one situation, I was like, yeah, there's definitely, you know, a higher source.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, you just gotta have faith. You gotta
Things
believe.
like that make you a believer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Me personally, I feel like God is everything. Honestly, anything I've ever prayed for, I've gotten. Whether it happened 6 months later, 3 years later, 2 days later, everything. So that keeps me.
So, bro, how do you pray? Teach me, bro.
Me?
Like, are you praying different than me? Talk to me. How you praying?
Honestly, I don't. So my mom is heavy into church. I don't go to church, but I believe in God. I usually just honestly pray when I wake up, pray when I go to sleep. I keep it simple, you know?
I think one of the
Yeah.
biggest misconceptions people have about like faith and God and things like that is that it's like I'm just gonna pray and it's just gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta pray and you gotta really put in work too.
Yeah, that's another thing
100%.
too. Yeah.
Because it's like faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
You,
know?
got to meet him halfway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like 50 said, Sunday wouldn't be special if it wasn't for rain.
Yeah.
Like personally, my experience, I almost lost my life 2 times. I've been like, you know, in a situation, in a coma and things like that.
Really?
Coming out from that, I feel like,
Car accident? No?
asthma attack.
Wow.
Fish out of water.
Fish out of water.
So, you know, that going through that, you feel like life's slipping from you slowly. So you experiencing that. And that's the situation where you be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me ask you a question.
tested it.
What were those moments when you woke up out of a coma?
It felt like it was overnight.
Really?
It was really a week.
Wow. You lost a week.
Yeah. I woke up and that's a whole other story. But
That's crazy.
it was definitely eye-opening because you realize it could really be over just like that, you know? And then another time it happened a few times, but there was a time where I thought I was done.
Damn.
I felt a certain level of peace where it's like, I guess this is it.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like that comfort was from a high power, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know you're here for something.
Yeah.
You survived that, you're here for
Most of the
something.
time, so I feel that's
Yes.
I'm like, yo, there's got to be something I haven't accomplished that I'm supposed to do, you know, that's set out for me. So, you know, it's definitely a blessing. But
Keep your foot in the gas. Keep going. You're going to find it. Oh, you're finding it. You're doing it. But I think you have a higher calling. I think what you're doing right now is a stepping stone to a higher thing.
I think so. I think God also put me around these individuals, you know, because people I was with before, I don't think I could have gotten to where I'm at and where I want to go without these people around me, you know. So everything happens in alignment with whatever that purpose is. You know?
How we all met is crazy too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was the first person I seen like on the college campus I went to when I went for my football visit. So it's just crazy.
And shout out to the coaches at Southern because they recruited all of us.
Facts.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, exactly.
It started whatever God had planned for them, put us together. So
Thanks.
you know, that's a blessing too. You know?
And mad random, the first day of camp, you just, after practice, you was just like, yo, y'all two just come sit with us.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right.
Well, I knew him. Well, I knew Jay, our other guy. Our
Oh,
other
that's what it
friend.
was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all word of mouth thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I met him, they told me that we really want to get him.
Yeah.
So him being from New York, started talking to him, and then we became like very close. And then him and another one of our teammates came to the school, and I was working on getting them to come too. But they're in the same class, right? And once we got them together,
That's how I was born, right? That's
yeah. So I put everything together, and then he knew Kai, and he DM'd Kai and said, "Hey, I'm coming to your school." And then Kai, who was out of school already, told us like, "Hey, on campus, take care of this kid named Eddie." So immediately, once I hear that, I don't even have to question it. I'm being told, you know, from our group, all right, take care of Eddie. So Eddie came and we just clicked, and then Eddie vouched for Rue, who came in, and that's it. That's how
Yeah,
it
because
started
me and
getting
him,
going.
we played against each other in high school in football. So I knew who he was, but I didn't know him personally. So
Got
I was
you.
like, all right, you know, he's coming to the school, I'm coming to the school. So I was like, makes sense. So
We used to spank at school.
They were like our
nah.
they were like our projects in a way too.
yeah.
Because we seen the things we did wrong, and they picked it up faster. So that's why they started blooming faster. Than
You
we
felt the
did.
vibration.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Y'all felt the frequency of each other.
Yeah, for sure. I would say like there was a lot of people on like even just in the football team I didn't mesh with, but like for example he was one of the people I meshed with just like from a standpoint of just like being creative, having like a different mindset,
Right.
things like that. Yeah.
Real quick, what happened with Schroeder? Sanders. Schroeder
Oh,
Sanders.
Shador?
I'm sorry, Shador, not Schroeder. Shador, excuse me.
So being a sports agent now, I get to see the inside. Of
Yes.
What really goes into the development of an athlete. Everyone has their own opinion, but I think it's due to like character, A lot of the teams didn't think he was the right character fit for the locker room, only because he's super confident.
Yeah.
His dad has taught him to be this way.
Yeah.
So I think, people have a way they want to run their organization.
Yeah.
So he may not have been the fit for it. So I think, and we were talking about this with our clients, is just like, it's a system that we all have to fit into. So sometimes it's even just altering the way we are to bypass the system.
Just to get in, right?
Just to get in and finesse is what we have to do. So like now I really got to learn that from his thing. And
Yeah.
understand I have to help my athletes be able to know how to, when you come into a place,
Yeah.
greet the GM and, not have your hood on and not be disrespectful and things like that.
I think Dion made a huge mistake. I think he thought the NFL was the NBA, and I think he thought he was LeBron.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And he could bring in Bronny. He thought that was going to work that same way. And I don't think that worked out very well because the NFL is not the NBA. They don't play that.
Facts, they don't.
Yeah, it's a different game.
Yeah. The NFL shield is more important than the individual player. And the NBA is the opposite, right? The individual player is way more important than the actual team.
Yeah.
They're on their logo. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. It's a great point. Yes.
I think that was a lesson they wanted him to learn, and I think he got humbled from it and learned from it.
Yeah.
And moved on and taught a lot of athletes like you can't beat the system. You have to prepare just like
Everybody
the
else.
last guy that was
Yeah.
drafted, you know what I'm saying?
And if I'm gonna try to change the system, you can't change it from the outside. You gotta get into it first.
Facts.
Football, you
You
gotta
get into it first, prove yourself, and
Yeah.
once you're proven,
Then you could do
then
whatever.
your voice is heard.
I think basketball
Patrick Mahomes could do what he wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes can
That's,
do whatever. he wants.
that's what
basketball
W1.
is also a little easier. Like, you can come in at 18, 19 and still be productive. Football,
Right.
I don't know, you're gonna
It's hard.
have to prove yourself a few years to get to
Yeah.
that level.
For sure.
Make those moves, so it's a little different.
You think he'll do well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has a talent.
Yeah.
I think he just gotta focus. I think with somebody as big of a name as his, I think it's easier to lose focus when you have a lot of motion.
But like I think getting like from the grand scale of things, I think him getting drafted at that point was probably the best thing to happen to him because the expectation is not really where it would have been.
It's true. It's very low.
The underdog.
Right.
It's not like
He's
he.
an underdog now.
It's not like he necessarily needed the money either.
Right.
So now he can show that he's not in it for that.
He made,
Yeah.
what, 10 mil with the NIL or something like
Yeah,
that?
Like 6.5. His
Yeah.
contract for the next 3-4 years is like $4 million.
And his dad has so much money. He doesn't need
Yeah.
money.
Exactly. You're fine.
Each of their brands,
Just their name alone, just So.
Yeah.
it's like football royalty. They'd be okay.
His jersey's already #1 selling out of all rookies.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. #1 song.
The Browns must be loving that.
Oh yeah, they probably made the money that they're gonna pay him throughout the entire duration of his rookie contract
That's
already just off of the jersey sales.
crazy.
So it
I
just
see-
made sense.
I seen a post where they said, like fans were saying, don't buy from the NFL store,
Or
get it
buy
instead from
directly from
his
his
store,
site.
his site. So a lot of the sales came to his actual site.
Wow.
Yeah.
They will definitely change the culture of
Yeah.
people coming in with big brands.
Is he starting day one?
That's the debate.
Not day one though.
Not
No,
day
not
one.
day one.
They're gonna play that game with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to see how he does during camp because camp starts in the summer.
It depends.
Soon, yeah.
So,
They have 3 quarterbacks. Joe Flacco.
They had like 5, didn't they?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
they
it
got
was
like
like
five
5
on their
quarterbacks
roster.
they had.
They got Pickett.
They let go of Kenny Pickett.
Oh, they
Okay.
did?
So it's just it's Shador, Dylan Gabriel, and Joe Flacco.
Deshaun.
Deshaun
Flacco's
Watson.
not really a quarter. He's there to teach, right?
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
vet there to teach them.
It's between him and
So
Dylan.
you're into sports.
Yeah, huh?
Heavy, you're into sports.
I love sports.
Yeah.
yeah.
Him and
I'm
Dylan
into
Gabriel's
football,
gonna-
basketball,
Yeah.
some baseball.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
do it. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun to watch, though.
It's gonna be
It's
cool.
gonna be fun to watch.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Room
Jordan.
for the underdog for sure. Room for
Yeah.
whoever, but definitely like that Brady story. Like,
Yes,
I think
Yeah.
that's what he had growing up for himself.
right.
What Brady was round 6?
6th round.
Yeah. he
No,
dropped 5.
Brady was Mr. Irrelevant. He was
199,
He
right?
was the
Mr.
last
199.
pick of his
Yeah.
draft.
Oh,
That's
of
crazy.
course. Yeah. So
Man, that was 2020.
Yeah.
yeah. So then and he ended up being the greatest, right?
Yeah.
See how this play out. Love that. I feel like we all got an underdog story, so
Yeah.
For sure.
it's fun to climb up out of that.
Who's gonna win the NBA title this year? Who's taking it?
I think that.
You think Celtics?
I think if Golden State.
Bro,
gets
they got
past-
trashed last night.
But I think if they figure out how to get past Houston, I think they can handle everyone else.
New York and me is gonna say the Knicks, and I'm praying on that.
Yeah, I'm praying for the Knicks, but I don't know. We have
I don't know
Boston.
about that.
Wait.
I know.
If we beat Boston though, I'm going New York.
Boston win the championship.
Yes.
But if not, I would like to see Steph get another one.
Yeah, I would like to see Steph.
For sure.
Bro,
either
I
Steph or
think
the
if you
Celtics.
get past Boston, you're gonna have a hard time with the Cavs. The Cavs are no joke. Everyone's underestimating the Cavs.
Because I don't know. They like a regular season.
You get one. That's it. The Giants got 2. I need to see 1.
that would be nice though for the Knicks.
That would be incredible.
That would be tough.
that'll
New York,
probably be
New York will go crazy.
They're saying that Giannis might go to either Miami or LA.
I need him in Miami.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, him
That
in
would
Miami
be
would be
incredible.
Miami will be
Yes,
huge.
that would be dope.
LeBron was the last time this was relevant, right?
I'll be seeing you guys at all the games if that happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
See what happens.
Should have you guys back and do a whole fucking sports talk.
Good.
That's a cool segment to have.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, if you want to cut it and we start now, we can.
We can continue. We can continue. I don't care. It was a little over 2 hours.
Damn.
Okay.
Right now we're at almost an hour and a half.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I didn't realize it.
Convos.
Time flies, bro.
Flies for you when you just talking, you know. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Definitely appreciate you having us on here.
My pleasure. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna be fun.
Different. Have you ever had a group this big?
No,
Fire.
this is the first time.
There's more of us, by the way.
I gotta get more microphones.
I have some.
Do you?
I have some.
It's like 4 or 5 more of us, maybe 4.
Yeah, about 3.
3.
About 3.
And all of y'all live together, or just the 5 of you? Okay.
4. Yeah.
We wanted it to be a bigger thing, but we would have had to go to Texas for that.
Yeah.
How's that big over here?
It's true. Super expensive.
But-
Or you gotta leave Miami. You gotta come here, like Fort Lauderdale, or you know.
But I would say the biggest thing is like wherever everybody is at, you know, we're always in touch. We're always helping each other. We're always, you know, on the phone, in group chats, just communicating, just helping, you know, keep each other lifted up, and yeah, just making sure everybody's good. I think that's the key, you know. I think finding good friends is important. Like finding good friends is huge. I think for anybody, you know.
You guys should invest in a like a 5-home complex, and you each buy one.
Yeah, we've been planning.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's the next move for sure.
Yeah.
Real estate.
Real estate.
you know.
I told them my goal for the group, long term is just like us just getting like a shit ton of real estate, you know, starting like having like a real estate investment group,
Yeah.
like buying big apartment buildings. you
Because
know.
when you do the first one, it's easy, right? Because you
Yeah.
can wait a little bit, let that equity go up, then you
Yeah.
borrow money on that property, and you get another one. And you keep
Exactly.
doing that, tax free.
Yeah.
You don't got to pay tax until you close out on the last property.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like what people was doing with like BRRRRs, right?
Exactly what it is. Birds, yeah.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yep.
So what do you think is a good space to do that in South Florida? If you had to choose an area that you feel like would be good to jump into
Like between Tampa and Orlando,
in
that whole area over there.
Tampa is booming for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tampa's booming.
Yeah, we gotta make
What's
that
your
happen.
thoughts on like the downtown area being renovated? Like
Downtown where?
Opelika, those areas that they're being gentrified as we speak.
Yeah. I mean, 100%, but you got to get it now, right?
Yeah.
You wait a year from now, it's going to be almost double the price.
True.
Definitely.
Yeah.
True.
I'm talking about downtown where Miami.
Yeah, the downtown.
Like
where
Little
they're rebuilding.
Haiti, Little
Yes.
City.
I mean, it was crazy 'cause we drove around.
Like by Bayside around there.
And it's happening quick.
Yeah.
Very quick. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We drove around Pork and Beans. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
What, like 4 or 5 years ago, with a realtor investor, and he was telling us to buy here, buy there. Looking back, we probably should have listened to him.
Definitely.
But
Bro, Brickell 5 years ago looked so different.
Yeah.
Looked so different.
Design District, Wynwood,
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Looked way
Now they're
different.
building Little Haiti up too.
Yeah.
it's like mansions in the back blocks.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it won't be Little Haiti anymore.
Yeah.
There'll be no Haitians in there.
Yeah. They're pushing the ball south.
Yo. That's
literally.
crazy, man.
Like Homestead.
But they
Yeah.
did. It always happens like that. I remember back in the day, Brooklyn, like that. Different certain areas.
Bro,
RC,
Williamsburg,
Yeah.
I remember a time where like it was completely different.
Yeah.
It was blacks and Jews.
Yep.
That was Williamsburg. Now it's all whites.
Yeah.
Williamsburg's different.
Yeah. Crazy.
By the water in Brooklyn, you got all these
Yep.
skyscrapers now, and it's a whole different world.
Long Island City, how it used to be, completely different.
That's part
Well,
of the game, though.
what would you kind of say is like, like the best investment you think you've made?
That's a great fucking question. I think till this day, the best investment I've made was building my company. So I own a therapy agency for kids with autism based out of New York.
Okay.
My wife and I own that together. We
Yeah.
do in-home and in-school behavior modification.
Nice. We gotta talk.
Let's do it.
That's my lane right there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that stuff. I wanna build a therapy practice for athletes.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So I'm currently expanding here to Florida, and my goal in 24 months is to open up a school down here for kids with autism. That's what I really want to do. So I think my greatest investment was building this company.
Yeah.
It's been about 7 years. It's given me the freedom, the money to invest and to grow and to explore and to have this podcast and to build my dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think probably the best investment that I ever made was really building this company. It cost me about $250,000 to really build it
Okay.
and to really get it to a place where I was seeing the returns that I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, almost lost it twice during COVID, but those are the roller coaster rides of being an entrepreneur. But yeah,
Fire.
Got you into that? Like, what made you?
so I used to be an IT manager. I was in IT for mad long. I was an IT director also for a little bit. I worked for 4 different billionaire families. I was their one-man show IT guy. I managed everything. They had multiple homes, jets, boats. I managed every piece of electronic equipment that they had. That burned me out. A super stressful job, but it taught me a lot. It taught me that billionaires are just like us, right? They just see things differently, right? Being around those people made me not want to work for them anymore. You know, I got tired of making them richer. I wanted to make myself that kind of money. So I began exploring. I opened up an e-commerce. I began a website/app building company. Both failed miserably. And at that time, my wife was getting her master's in behavioral psychology. we got to a point where we're like, yo, let's combine forces, you know? Let's build an agency that is gonna compete with all these assholes. And like, our mission was to provide good service to these families because we felt that they were just putting a body, they didn't match the child and the therapist together. They just wanted, you know, anyone's good enough, whatever. No, for us, no. We literally take the time to cater and we match the client with the therapist and the family to make sure that there's that unity. You know what I mean? I have clients, most of my clients have been with me from day one, you know? And these kids grow. I get them at 3 years old till 18, almost 20. I love seeing that. I love helping these families, watching them grow. So yeah, we began this company. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Had no idea for a very long time until we did, until we learned, you know? And today we're one of the main providers that works with the DOE in New York, providing service to all these kids. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, New York's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard work, bro. Hard work. They are. Yeah, I had to lobby, basically, like, I was lobbying for my company on the phone every single day, bothering them, calling them over and over and over again. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. And they did.
Perseverance.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the goal is now to bring it to Florida, expand it here, and see where else, what other states we can grow to. But I really want to do a school here.
Fire.
It's lacking. There's tons of schools in Miami. There's one in West Palm, but there's none in Broward.
So people have no option.
No. So they have state services that combine with public schools, but there's no actual school just for autism. Yeah.
Okay.
There is. I'm gonna fill it.
Yeah.
You remind me of somebody.
You know?
You remind me of somebody.
Who?
Tell me he don't remind you of Laurenti. A little bit.
Yeah, the voice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
the
one
voice.
of our coaches. That was one of our coaches in college.
Same voice.
You know what? Thank you. I think it's a compliment.
It's like you have like a strong
Nah,
voice.
he's a great-
It's like your demeanor.
He's
Thank
a great
you.
guy.
He's a great guy. He's
Yeah,
a great guy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Made my day.
He's one of the few real.
Yeah, best coach for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, coach. You coach some good dudes, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to share before we close off? To the world, to your people, to that you want people to know about you.
So y'all wanna go down? You wanna start?
I just wanted to touch on what you said, like when you mentioned the billionaires. Just like you said, we all just people doing this thing called life for the first time. And I think, you know, I'm not telling anybody how to live, but I think you should always look to get the best out of this experience for yourself and for your people. And I think that if you are blessed enough to find a group of people that you can do it with, you know, make it happen. The risk is only, you know, the risk the only thing that you have to feel some level of comfort with to make something happen for yourself. So, you know.
I would add to that and say there is no risk, just lessons.
Yep.
Just love that. There you go.
You know?
Let's play a game to finish it out.
Let's do it.
Everybody say what they will become in the next 5 years. Like, dream big. You know, like actually say it into the universe.
Okay. Tell me what camera to look into. That one right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in the next 5 years, we will have the largest pest control company in New York City. You know, New York City got problems with those. And we will have the largest property management company for short-term rentals in South Florida. It's already done. You know, time's got to catch up. Work is being done. So we're going to make it happen.
Next 5 years, I'm gonna have the biggest funding company in the United States. You search me up. You search up funding on Google, my company's gonna come up.
In the next 5 years, we're going to be the #1 accounting firm in the Northeast.
In the next 5 years, I want to be one of the top agents in the athlete space, representing some of the top athletes. Also want to have one of the best and most proven mental health services for athletes, helping them with post-sports and preparing for life after sports.
In the next 5 years, I just want to be one of the biggest business moguls out, man. I really want the consulting business to just propel, go to, the highest level possible, have millions of dollars in real estate, primarily focused on just building up apartments and living complexes, like just overall. Like I really want to build like almost entire cities, like, where with everything, places where people live, stores that people can go to, like build up whole communities. And the last thing I would say is something I've really wanted to do is I want to help athletes invest their money. I want to be the go-to guy when you are that person that you get that $50 million, $100 million contract and you want to know what to do with your money. I want them to come to me. So, yeah.
It's all going to happen. I'll add to that. In the next 5 years, this podcast will be the #1 podcast in America.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's fucking go.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Guys, thank you
appreciate you
so much
again.
for doing this. You guys are fucking incredible. I'm honored to meet all of you. I cannot wait to see what you guys do next. I want to have this podcast again in 5 years.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
And let's have this conversation again and see exactly where we are.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if you didn't learn something from 5 incredible individuals who have dedicated themselves to bettering themselves, to pursuing their life's dream, I don't know what the fuck you're listening to, bro. Go follow these guys. Go get your own fucking crew like this. And this shit awesome. It's fucking dope. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. We'll see you guys next time.